Welcome back. In this week's episode, we are on the stunning Ningaloo coast. Think crystal clear waters and epic reef with a red rock background of Cape Range National Park. Today we are on our way to the Ningaloo reef. This will be our first time driving down and we'll be crossing the Yardi Creek. We're going to be staying at Point Billy for 4 nights and then we're going to do some day trips to Winderabandi and North and South Leafroy. They're pretty close and central to Point Billy. So we're very excited. We've heard that the road in is pretty corrugated, it's pretty churned up because it's very busy, and Yardi Creek is dry, so we should be okay for crossing that. It just will be some pretty soft sand. We just did the Yardi Creek crossing. A lot of the time people tell you it's super soft, like be careful, everything, but the past couple of years the actual Yardi Creek has been pretty dry, so it is pretty safe at the moment. We're just coming out of the exit now. It's a little bit rocky, but yeah, the sand is fairly hard. You still drop your pressures down, but yeah, you just take it easy, and we went straight through. Okay, this is much better. So we rocked up for our booking at Point Billy, Site 9, and it just was not what we were expecting. It was meant to be a bit of a gravel site that was sat behind the dunes, but it was really dusty, the dust was kicking up, and then we had this massive solar panel thing that was blocking our view, and we thought, you know, we've come all this way to the Ningaloo, we'll check out something else we could grab for tonight, and we were luckily enough to get a site at North Lefroy. So we're site 4 here now. We cancelled our other booking and staying here for the night, and we're much happier. Right on the sand, and we're right on the beach. It's definitely beautiful here. the roads getting in was okay for us. I'm not sure if you have a big caravan, you'll take it a lot slower, and there are some big dips that might be a bit more challenging. But from Exmouth down to the Yardi Creek, it is all sealed road. And then you get to the Yardi Creek crossing. That's a little bit sandy, but not as soft and sandy as we thought it would be. The Yardi Creek has been dry for a couple of years now, so that was helpful for crossing. So past that point, it becomes a single lane, really tight corrugated road. There were parts that were really corrugated, and then other parts that were actually quite smooth and just solid rock. So overall we can't complain, and we've rocked up at this beautiful view. We are walking the beach at South Leafroy this morning, and all the spots are pretty cool here. They're all pretty much sitting behind some of the scrub, and then you come down to the water. It is a pretty low tide, so you do have to come down a fair bit, but it's really nice here. I would say that the water and the beachfront spots are better here at South Leafroy. I think that's why it's a little bit more popular than North Leafroy. But it is, yeah, completely booked out here at the moment. Come down to Winderabandi to have a look, and there's definitely a reason why this place books out 6 months in advance. It is the best place of them all. Nothing compares to here. All the spots are really great. The water's fantastic. There's like no seaweed around here at the moment. It's so calm. I'm so jealous that we didn't get a booking, but we weren't that organised. But 100% this place is awesome. We're doing the Yardi Creek walk. It's only about a 1k walk, and we should be able to see where the water starts. I think it's still pretty low. This is pretty cool. The change of landscape's pretty crazy. We've just gone from turquoise blue waters and then it's like you're in the middle of nowhere with these huge orange rocks and a river. We are here at Oyster Stacks this morning, checking it out. It's a very popular place for snorkeling. We might jump in quickly to have a snorkel. There are certain times that you can and cannot snorkel, so you've got to go at a mid to high tide, and luckily today that it's pretty much a mid to high tide all day, so it's going to get very busy. So we'll jump in and hopefully we can see plenty of turtles and fish. About 5 minutes outside of Exmouth, you can come down and visit Pebble Beach, which is in the name. This whole beach is just lined with pebbles instead of sand. It's not too bad. You wouldn't really want to swim here, but it's just something cool to have a look at. We are at the Big Prawn in Exmouth, a part of one of the big things in Australia. It weighs 2 tonne. During cyclone season here in Exmouth, it gets put away in storage as well. Thanks for watching this week's episode. We had such a great time on the Ningaloo. We especially enjoyed visiting Winderabandi and doing all the snorkeling down at Osprey Bay and Oyster Stacks. That was really a highlight of our trip, seeing lots of turtles and massive stingrays. And I think definitely we will be back for next time. But stay tuned for next week as we are going to Ballara Station, which is really exciting. We've been waiting for this for a long time, so stay tuned. Bye.